Out in the wild forest, a wolf that hadn't eaten for days found an unconscious person. It rushed over and sniffed him, but it didn't smell any human scent. The wolf stared for a while and finally realized it was just a piece of human skin. Without hesitation, it crawled right through the opening. As the skin's arms and legs stretched out, the wolf's furry snout poked out from the mouth. It quickly put on the skin perfectly, with no flaws at all. Just then, a jogger passed by. The wolf got curious about the human world, so it followed the person out of the forest. Its awkward walk showed it still wasn't used to the new body. When the wolf got to the road, it almost got hit by a car. That's when it realized how dangerous the human world was. Luckily, wolves learn fast. Soon it had mastered the human way of walking. Then it passed by a company building. Seeing people dressed like it, it slipped right inside. It accidentally ended up at a job interview. It copied what others wrote on their resumes. To its surprise, it actually got hired because it was the only one who checked willing to work unpaid overtime. With hard work, the wolf quickly earned the boss's favor, made good money, and even bought a villa. On moving day, it rolled excitedly on the grass in front of the house. The movers looked at it, totally confused. The wolf noticed their stares, stood up awkwardly, and waved at them to keep working. As life got better and better, it started eating whole pig heads and even married a beautiful wife. But every time it saw the deer photos on the office wall, its wild instincts came rushing back. It remembered the thrill of hunting in the forest and tearing into prey. It started missing its days as a wolf more and more. One day, the neighbor brought over her pet dog. The wolf stared intensely, then went to the pet store and bought a kitten, planning to feast on it later. But suddenly, the garage door swung open. His daughter walked in.
Is that for me?
And just like that, the wolf lost its dinner. That night, Animal Planet was on TV, making the wolf's hunger harder to control.
I can't control my urges much longer.
Honey, at least wait till Anna's in bed.
The next day, the wolf went to a meeting at work. It thought it saw raw meat in the documents. Then it looked up at the projector. The slides had turned into scenes from last night's wildlife show. Turns out all that suppression had made it hallucinate. A coworker's pale neck finally drove it over the edge. The next second, it jumped onto the table, sprinted, and tackled the coworker. Everyone was stunned. After eating its fill, the wolf's furry snout was exposed. That's when people realized their boss was a wolf. Now that it was exposed, the wolf bolted out of the company. But the coworkers weren't about to let it go. They chased it like crazy. The terrified wolf ran home thinking it could hide. But its wild look scared his wife and daughter. The wolf thought his wife would accept his true self, so it ripped off the human skin, howling at the ceiling. But all it got was his wife swinging a wooden bat at it. The wolf ran out, heartbroken, desperately heading for the forest. But it found the forest was now a housing development. As the wolf stood there, lost, the coworkers caught up to it. The wolf had nowhere to run. Just then, a truck came barreling through. The wolf was killed on the spot. In the end, its body was bagged up and taken away like trash.